Okay, we have a very, very, very special pod today. Welcome back to Sweating Out My Edges, a podcast. My name is Coach Teal, and I will be your coach in this Audible Fitness journey. Today is a very special day because, drumroll please, Tina is here, pretty bronze tone on all social media platforms. Welcome to the show.
Aww.
Welcome
Thanks,
to the
guys,
show.
for having me. I'm so excited, girl.
Okay, let me tell y'all why I needed to have Tina is visiting me here in the Bay Area. And she's a fit friend. Like, I secretly am trying to turn all my friends into fit friends. And honestly, I think it's working. I guess we should probably clarify how we know each other.
For sure, because we got history, y'all. We have history.
Very much history.
From, what was it, 9th grade?
Yeah.
Always had an outgoing, bubbly personality.
I wasn't that outgoing.
You're the reason why we're friends.
Maybe.
And I say that because that's how we met. I remember we were in the gym.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I remember this. We were in the gym.
I don't remember.
And I think we had mutual friends.
Okay.
And you just started talking to me, and she was just so nice to me. And I was like, I like this girl. Like, she's so cool. Like, I want to be like her. Because mind you all, I was very shy.
I was shy too.
You were shy, but like, you're the reason why we started talking.
Okay.
You engaged in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is history, y'all.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
I think I was a lot. I was like painfully shy as like a child. Like my grandma keeps literally everything, and I still have like my report cards from like kindergarten.
So do
and
I.
Like in the comment section, the teacher would write, needs to engage with her peers more. She plays alone a lot, and I was just like, because I don't really know y'all.
I don't know if I like y'all.
But I feel like as I got older, I got a lot more like social. And I think that was just by like being around other social girls.
Same. I think for me it was my friends. My friends brought me out of my shell. I was like, I love how outgoing my friends are. Even the ones who were shy. Yeah. They still had outgoing personalities. So
yeah.
That's what
then we both went to I went to Bowie State my freshman year. BSU, go Bulldogs. I'm a Bulldog. I didn't graduate from there, but you know, it'd be like that. But yes, Bowie State, because we had the like same one class, at least one class together.
Communications class together. I remember this one moment, y'all, and I'm reminiscing once again.
Let me tell y'all, I don't remember nothing.
Listen, but I remember these are moments that stick with me, and the reason why we're still friends to this day.
That's good.
I will never forget I had a tragic event happen to me and my family, and I remember coming to class and I was crying. And I remember sitting by, and the way you were just comforting me, it was so settled, like you weren't trying to bring attention, right? Because I didn't want people to know I was crying. And you were there, and I was just like, oh, what would I do without my friends? Like,
I do not remember
girl,
that.
And I remember that, which is crazy. I remember that. And to this day, that moment will always stick with me. It's the reason why, like, this is my road dog, y'all. This is my road dog.
I have a like terrible memory.
Yeah.
I think that's why I take pictures. I think that's why like taking pictures and like taking pictures and like taking videos is like my favorite hobby because it helps me remember, because I wouldn't remember otherwise.
I told you we got videos, y'all, from like 5+ years ago.
We got a lot
about our future.
We need to find those.
We have to find those videos
because I'd have never thought. Okay, but today we're going to talk about fitness because this is a fitness podcast. So I feel like I'm happy that you're the first person that's coming on this podcast, because all of our conversations end up talking about fitness in some like shape or form. And I'd be like, dang, Tina, I need to talk about this on the podcast, but it's so hard to like talk to yourself. Like, it's easier to like just have a conversation with somebody.
For sure, because this is what we do on the norm, y'all. Like, this is our conversation on the norm.
Yeah. But okay, so we wrote down some topics that we do want to cover, and it looks like the first thing we should cover is working out as a Black woman and our hair.
Yes.
Which is why I called this podcast Sweating Out My Edges, because girl, it's gonna happen. Okay,
the edges are gonna sweat out.
I don't care what type of like head wrap, situation, dry shampoo you got going on, it's gonna sweat out. If you working out, like you getting that good pumping, and that's okay. Okay, we gotta unlay the edges
for sure. I think my go-to hairstyle, which is what you having now, is twist, y'all. I love the twist.
Yeah,
I can keep them in with my natural hair. I can add in hair. It lasts long enough, right? During my workout, so that's like my go-to hairstyle.
Yeah, I think it's good too that more people are like natural now. Now, I've been natural my whole life. My grandmother used to say, you don't have perm hair. Because my hair is like very fine, like very like not super dense, like very manageable. I could blow dry my hair in 10 minutes. Like y'all, like I don't the thick long hair, that's not my ministry. So I don't know that. And sweating out my edges is fine because I could get my hair like really straight with a blow dryer. So I do sympathize.
Yeah, I do sure. My hair on the other end is very thick. And I'm actually, as I've gotten older, I'm more tender-headed. Yeah. So I have to find hairstyles that work for me that don't cause me to be in the chair for hours at a time. The last hairstyle I got, I was in the chair for 10 plus hours, y'all. Oh, no. Will not be doing that again. I was getting braids.
10 hours is crazy.
Listen, we're not even going to. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, because if we got to these braiders, not my braider though. Shout out to Braid Me Up K. She be getting me together. Okay, she out in Oakland and Revere. If you from the Bay Area, go ahead and check that out.
Period. Yes.
But yeah, I think that hair. If you not natural, girl, just go natural. It's fine. You'll figure it out
for sure. And don't let your hair be the reason why you don't work out.
Honestly, they have done studies and shown that is like the number one reason for Black women not working out.
That was my reason, y'all. That was my reason, and I had to like unlearn that. Like, listen, we are not gonna let this was on my head stop all of this from looking good.
But if I pay, $200, $300, $400, I'm trying to get at least a week out of it.
Listen, now I'm not gonna lie, I'm not fronting y'all. I have stopped working out for a few days for a hairstyle.
But that's silk press.
Yeah. We missed about 3-4 days in the gym.
And let me just say, a silk press ain't nothing but a press and curl rebrand. Y'all know it's the same thing.
You're right. It's really is. It really is.
People asked, I seen a video the other day on social media. It was an old lady. She was like, what's a silk press? She was like, a press and curl rebrand.
Press and curl. That's all it is. That's all it is.
It's the same thing.
For sure.
Okay, so now that we know the context behind sweating out my edges, I guess we can move on. Let's talk about fatigue versus failure. Listen. All right, so tell me what you were saying to me the other day.
Yeah, so mind you, y'all know I love TikTok, okay? And I know people will be like, don't swear by TikTok. But listen, the people that I am listening to on TikTok are professionals, right? Okay. These aren't just your everyday average people.
Okay.
And they share information about this one lady. I wish I could remember her name. She was sharing how to tell whether it's fatigue versus failure.
Okay.
And so I've actually been practicing this out in the gym. Shout out to my gym, Her Flex Fitness.
Oh, period.
Maya, we love you,
Black-owned women. Okay. We love to see it.
Black-owned women, women only gym.
We only shout out the Black women on this podcast. We need 2 for 2 now.
Yes. But it's open for all women, but only women. And I was doing a chest press and I said, okay, let me test this out. I had to stop for a second. I was doing the 30 dumbbells, y'all, 30-pound dumbbells. And I stopped and then I was able to push out a few more reps. And that's how I knew I was at failure. Because that's, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, that's where we want to be, failure and not fatigue. Because we can get tired and be like, I'm done, that's it. I'm not doing any more reps. And so I found that to be very helpful, like just with the pump and with really pushing myself, helping my muscles to grow, is to getting to failure and not fatigue. Not listening to I'm tired, so I'm gonna stop. You know?
And like as a professional coming from my standpoint, the first thing I'm always thinking about in the gym is it safe? Like that's before we even get into like, am I getting more fit? I'm always thinking like, is this safe for us to do? So if somebody tells me they want to work out to failure, the first thing I'm thinking is if you're not a very experienced lifter, then you need to have somebody in the gym with you.
Yes.
Because I would say for myself, I know how to bail out of any lift where I know I'm about to fail.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's a skill, like to know. And you have to go into it when you go into doing the lift, knowing there's a possibility that you're going to fail. You already have to have a plan to say, okay, I know how I'm going to bail. But if you don't have that experience, if you don't have that skill, I highly, highly recommend, if you know you want to go to failure, then you have to have a spotter, because a spotter can literally like save your life, save you from like major injury. But yeah, I usually tell people, if you're by yourself, you should rep within 1 to 2 reps of failure. Like feel like you can't, if you want to go get that failure feeling, I can say 1 to 3 reps of like feeling like you can't do any more. So let's say if we do 10 reps, you should feel like you couldn't do 3 more reps.
Gotcha.
But if you are going to failure, yes, it's very good to like rep out, boom, 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 fail. And then sometimes, depending on like if you're bodybuilding per se, you can put the weight down for, let's say 30 seconds, pick back up a lighter weight. So let's say we failed with a 30, we pick back up a 20, we rep that out until failure, drop that weight. And those are called drop sets.
Right. We love a good drop set.
Do we love a good drop set?
Listen, I don't know.
But if you're trying to build some muscles, go ahead, girl. I support you.
Yeah, maybe not in the moment, but afterwards.
But you do need somebody there to make sure that you fail appropriately and don't hurt yourself, but also to hand you the weights for the drop set.
Which the girlies at the gym are really good about that. Like if I say, okay, I'm trying to push myself, y'all, but I need some support here, I need a spotter. Yeah. They're really good about helping me with that.
Yeah. So. And make sure you know how to spot. Ain't nothing worse in the world than a bad spot. Because girl, what you doing? How we both struggling now?
He needs some milk.
Make it make sense.
Speak on it. That ain't the truth.
No, that
ain't the truth.
That is so I can't say that I've ever had a bad spot though. I'm usually, if I'm working out with somebody, because I like working out by myself. Yeah. I'm in the gym, my headphones are on.
I know that's right.
Don't talk to me.
Tuned in and tuned out. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that too. A good spotter. I don't think I've ever had a bad spotter either. Maybe someone I'm like, all right, now you could have put a little more help in that, but not a bad spotter. No.
Yeah. Let's move on to compliments on
this is my favorite.
Yes, a little flex cam.
Hold on, wait a minute. Ooh, get into it. Ooh, period. Listen, y'all, maybe a year ago, I'd have been like, me sitting next to her and try to flex.
Everybody's got a little something to flex, okay? We all got to pull.
I love me a good compliment. Get into that. I'll be zoom into that. But yes, I love me a good compliment. And compliments are cool, but I also have to remind the gym girlies that I didn't get here overnight. I didn't get here in 6 months, right? I started my fitness journey almost 4 years ago. And I noticed the first 6 months when I really locked in and committed and got me a trainer is when I started to see my physique shift and change. Yeah. And so although we appreciate compliments, but I have to remind people that I did not get here overnight. Yeah. You know, like this took some time for sure.
Yeah, and I think there's stages too, because I feel like I'm at the point in my like fitness journey where I'm very much aware of how to manipulate my physique to get what I want out of it. And I've only done one bodybuilding competition.
Y'all. Just T. I hope you can post one.
I'm working on my next one. And I think it'll come this year because I don't know if I said this on this podcast. Okay. Obviously, y'all, I'm getting married. Woo! Thank you. Next year, and I'm trying to make sure that the day that I get married is like the best body I've ever built.
And will be. Okay. And will.
And that kind of like what we were talking about the other day, like being a bad let me say, being a baddie, requires preparation. Like I love that people want to get in shape for, a birthday, a wedding, or whatever, but you got to give yourself some runway so you can figure out like what works and what doesn't work. And I think that like I'm at a point where I know how to grow my shoulders. I know how to
I
get
love
my
that.
stomach flat. But you know what's crazy? You still learn the whole time, because after I turned a certain age,
listen,
after
30,
stuff start happening. You be like, wait a minute,
sticking.
you can't be doing can't be doing all that crazy stuff.
Can't be drinking as much.
Can't drink.
Can't be eating certain things. And if you do, you got to do it in moderation and not all the time.
Yeah.
For sure. I definitely was telling you that as well. I was saying how you don't, some of the girlies, I see it, and I'm not judging, you know, to each his own. I'm trying to look good for summer. Summer is in 80 some days, yada, yada, yada. That's cute. That's cool. But this is a lifestyle. And that's what I want for everybody. I want it to be a lifestyle. Yes, we want to look good for summer, but baby, I want to look good for the rest of my life. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a lifestyle decision.
Yeah. And yeah, like right now, I'm still working out what I want to call this, but since Tina has been staying with me since she's been in the Bay, I put her on into my morning hydration relay.
We love it here, okay? And I'm not lying. We really do. I really do. Like,
yeah, okay. Let me tell y'all what I'm doing.
On flat.
Stomach on flat. Like, I'm telling y'all. Okay, so for Lent, obviously, I don't know if this is obviously. I'm Catholic. I do Lent every year in preparation for Easter. Lent technically ended, I think, yesterday. Today's Holy Thursday. So for Lent, I did no dairy, no processed meats. And I was doing the sauna twice a week, and I was doing fasted cardio twice a week. And then later on, I started implementing this like hydration relay in the morning. So my hydration relay is water with lemon. I do room temperature water. Cold water is the devil.
It's like shock Shabbat.
I don't like it. Me don't like it. Okay, so room temperature water with lemon, and then I follow that up with a hot herbal tea. It's usually like maybe like lemon, ginger, or green tea, something, or green tea is not herbal, but something clear, like a clear tea. No honey or sugar in any of this.
No honey, y'all.
And then I'll follow that up with my homemade bone broth, which I use chicken feet to make. I need to give y'all the recipe on here.
Give them the recipe.
Because the chicken feet bone broth,
I love it. I really do. Like, I really like it. Baby, it did what it was supposed to do.
Very good. Very good. And then after that, I might also, I don't always do this last one, but I've been doing it lately, is I'll do a green smoothie. And in my smoothie, I do mango, hemp seeds, spinach, 2 dates, and some almond milk. I think that's it.
And well, yesterday we had banana in it.
Oh, yesterday we had banana in it, but it was like a still kind of green, kind of like
very much so green. Yeah.
But those 4 in the morning, and what's crazy is I really don't be super hungry. So, but just by that, I'm eating less calories.
Yeah.
And I didn't get there like overnight. Like, you're not gonna just wake up. And I'm not a huge eater anyways.
Girl,
but if I still need something in the morning, I'll eat like I have my oatmeal, which is also like, you know, sprouted oats, almond butter,
very fulfilling,
water, date, and I measure those things. But I think but prior to me getting here, like I used to track calories, and you don't have to track calories forever. I feel like just got to track. Yeah, you got to get an understanding and an awareness of how much you're eating, and then you know later on, okay, this is too much food, this is too little food. So
that's where I'm at right now. I'm learning
about
learning about like what is too much, if I'm eating enough, right? And also I'm listening to my body. Like if I'm hungry, I eat. You know, I'm not starving myself, y'all. I eat, okay, but I'm mindful of what I put in my body. I'm loving this. We haven't named it yet, but this concoction of the lemon water, the tea, and the bone broth. I love it.
And we don't drink. I don't put them all in one together. We do one after another.
Yeah, they're not all together.
And drink them slow. Like
take your time.
Take your time. Like it makes you like patient. Well, it's made me patient. Like very like intentional. And I really think that I was so bloated, and I was like, why am I so bloated? And I think my body was just, you know, inflamed. I think it was just inflammation.
Inflammation is the devil.
Gosh. Okay? Inflammation is the devil.
I hate it. But no, I love this morning mixture you got going on.
Honestly, sure. And I think too, like knowing how to get my body in shape, just in case I fall off the wagon leading up to my wedding, I know how much time I need. Because it did take about 40 days for me to start waking up to a flat stomach.
Okay.
So I know how much time I need in order to prepare to get into that wedding dress. Because when they be like, what size you need? I'm going to be like, what size you got?
Hello. You see this body?
What size you need me to be?
You see this body?
Because I don't know if you see this. Celine Dion had this like
a meme.
It was like a documentary or whatever.
Okay.
And she was talking about she was like, I will put on any shoe. She was like, if I like the shoe enough, it don't matter what size. She was like from a 6 to a 10. They asked me what size you need. I said, what size you got? That's how I feel about my wedding dress.
Your wedding dress is more you could have a better range, but a shoe, that's crazy.
Yeah, the shoe is crazy.
That's crazy.
The shoe is crazy because like why you got one big toe?
I'm not squeezing this 8.5 into
you wear 8.5?
I sure do wear 8.5. Yeah, my feet don't look like it though.
No, it's very proportional.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to the tall girlies with the proportional feet.
Yeah, I'm short, y'all. Tina, okay. You know how you got that? I seen this video. It was like your tall friend and your short friend. I was thinking about us.
Yeah,
because I'm very short, y'all.
But we made it work though. We made it work.
We do be making it work
for sure.
When we take pictures though, it'd be.
I mean, I can't. I love it good.
I can't not wear heels when I'm out with you either. It's just like, let me just throw these on real quick. Even if you're wearing heels, I'm not finna be caught out here flat-footed, sneakers on, looking crazy.
Listen, it's okay. I love I call them fun size friends.
Not fun size.
Y'all are fun. It's fun.
People always think I'm taller than I am because I have a big personality.
I was about to say that personality matches my height for sure.
Yeah, my fiance is always like, we'll be out somewhere and he'll see somebody. He'd be like, look how short she is, and I'm like, somebody standing across the room. I'd be like, me and her the same height, and he'd be like, no, y'all not. And then I will go walk over across the room and stand next to said whoever.
Wow.
He's like, wow, you're really you. I'm like,
you are the same height as them.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Let's go science back cardio.
Oh, yes. There is the science behind cardio. So I'll share what I have learned.
Go ahead. Speak on it.
Now, let me preference this by saying this person was I think he was a high schooler. He had some type of science project to do. Mm-hmm. And he was studying the science behind cardio, being in the, we have the different zones, zone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and being in zone, I believe it's either 2 or 3, having your heart rate at a certain pace for, he said 15 to 20 minutes, 30 max, and being in that zone for that extended amount of time will allow your body to use, what is it? I'm not sure if it was your stored, instead of your sugar, using your fat, right? To use that to burn energy. And I will say I've tested the theory. Granted, I haven't tested it for very long, but I've noticed the difference when I work out, get on that treadmill, making sure my heart rate is at about, I'll say 150 is my sweet spot. Anywhere from like 148 to 155. Now, granted, let me say this is also based on your age, your height, your weight, things like that. So everyone's zone 2 is going to look different. But I feel slimmer. Like, I'm like, wow, the waist is getting snatched. And so that's my go-to, y'all. On the treadmill, incline, go crazy with the incline. Y'all be doing like 11%, okay? And the girls be like, you at 11%? Yes, I am, okay? And I love it. So I said I need to my whole issue or where my hiccup is, I'm not consistent with it. So that's where I need to start doing. But I've noticed a difference with that type of cardio. It works for me.
Yeah. And I was talking to my fiance about this because he was asking me questions about this the other day. And he was just like, how do you know when you're burning fat? And I was just like, okay, let me tell you, let's take a little exercise physiology class very quickly. And I hate, because I could go down a rabbit hole. I could do a 60-minute lecture on this, but I'm going to try to boil it down. So when you are working out, your body has 3 energy systems.
Yes.
Okay. There is the ATP PCR system.
Okay.
There is the glycolysis or burning, I guess, essentially carbohydrates. And then there's the fat burning system. So all three of these systems are helping you with energy, are providing energy essentially throughout the workout. But it's a matter of how much are we getting from which place at a certain time. And that's where we get the different zones for prioritizing. And then I kind of said it like, basically like, let's say I'm having a party.
We love a good party.
Let's say that we need ice at our party.
Okay.
And let's say I invite people from different places and I ask them to bring me ice. So
I see where you're going with this.
You see where I'm going with this? So the ice that I have in my fridge is ATP PCR. It's very readily available, but it's in a small amount. It's very limited. So it works when I need something quick and I'm doing something explosive like sprinting for a certain amount of time, 10 seconds. It will replenish, right? But it's only going to give me a certain amount.
Okay.
Glycolysis or glycogen stores. So your body stores glycogen carbs in the muscle and in the liver.
Gotcha.
So I can bring carbohydrates in, and let's say that's ice coming to the party from my next door neighbor and my neighbor down the street. So the muscle glycogen being my next door neighbor, the liver glycogen being my neighbor down the street. They're bringing ice from their houses.
I'm about to say, where they getting this ice from?
They bringing their ice, or they're coming from the store across the street with the ice. Okay, that's more than I can make in just my little, refrigerator. We got more ice. Then I call my girl Tina, who lives about 10 miles away.
Okay.
This is the fact. Okay, this is the fact. She has the greatest amount of ice because she gonna stop at Costco.
And I got the membership too.
She gonna stop at Costco. Shout out Costco. She gonna stop at Costco and pick up like 6 bags of ice. Okay. She has the largest amount of ice to contribute.
And I'm the fat.
But it's gonna take her a while to get there. That's what it's like burning.
That was a good analogy. I like
so
that.
Now I gotta wait for her to get here. But when she does, she's gonna bring a lot of it, and we're gonna be able to relax on the other stores because I have enough to bring. And then the longer you stay in that zone, the longer I can wait for ice to come from the other people who are stopping at Costco for me. But I'm not gonna run out of it because they bring so much if more people are coming with the ice. So that's what it's like to operate with all those energy systems. But again, if I'm saying, if we pouring up the drinks, if we're working out hard, I need ice immediately.
Right.
So I'm gonna burn through it. I'm gonna need those more readily available ice stores.
Your ice, your neighbor's ice.
And that's where you get that exhaustion from, because you can't maintain sprinting but for so long because you're running out of energy. You can't get it fast enough from farther away.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's very clear.
When he asked me that and I came up on the spot with that, I was like, damn, I gotta cook with that. But yeah, that is,
you ate with that analogy.
That I'm very proud of that analogy.
Yeah, I like it because I was like, let me see where she's going with this. Like I follow, but I want to see where you're going with it, and that makes perfect sense for sure.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
But I love that people are very curious and like wanting to know more about how to get the most out of their workout and how to make sure that they're doing the type of workout that applies to their goal. Because if you're telling me you want to do, your goal is X, but you're doing Y, and X and Y don't get you to Z, I'd be like, yeah, that's not going to get you there.
You're wasting your time.
You're wasting your time,
and
baby.
You can't outwork a bad diet. Like, baby.
Speak on it.
You cannot outwork a bad diet.
I think maybe when you're 22.
Yeah, for sure. Or if you're like my best friend, one of my best friends, she had me laughing with one of her tweets. She said, I know they say flat stomachs are made in the kitchen. She said, well, I ain't getting rid of my cheeseburgers. And I was like, Marcella, you are an exception to the rule, okay? Them genetics, baby, them genetics are working in her favor.
People with good genes, and I ain't gonna lie, I got pretty good genes, but I also been working at this. I think I've changed my genes.
You are an athlete, for sure.
But
your kids will be blessed. Okay,
from your lips to God's ears.
Hello.
But the way that like you, when you're 20, that's why when people be like following these 21, 22, I'm like, they could do whatever they want. They could. It's like drinking. You could drink. Yes. You could drink till you're blacked out when you're 21.
For sure.
You can't do that when you're 30.
Cannot. Will not.
That joint up had you take you out for 11 days.
The recovery time is crazy.
Yeah, the recovery time. That's
crazy.
That's why I had to stop drinking.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I've gone on my fast, y'all, 3 months.
Period.
As of yesterday.
Period.
I mean, I actually don't miss alcohol at all. I don't miss it.
We had some good mocktails yesterday.
We had some great mocktails yesterday. I love me a good mocktail. Now, I don't go too crazy with the mocktails because, you know, the sugar in that and whatnot, depending on what's in it. But I love me a good mocktail. I told myself I'm not drinking until I see abs, okay? And I got a long torso, y'all.
She said she want to see
I need some abs. So until I see some abs, we will not be drinking, okay? Mark my words.
Honestly. I think, yeah. And I love that. I love that more people are not drinking because it's just like you don't have to drink to have a good time.
What? And I thought the opposite. Like when I first started, I was like, dang, I got this holiday, that holiday coming up. I'm not going to be able to drink. And when I tell you I've had so much genuine fun, I've laughed more without alcohol. I love being able to go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and I don't have a hangover.
Period.
I love it. And I don't miss it. If I'm being complete, and that's me being truly, brutally honest, I do not miss it. Okay.
And when I tell people like going on a fast is how I got to, well, it's a longer story, but your girl will be sober, no alcohol, 7 years in July.
Yeah.
Okay. Period. Okay. I had to be somebody that practiced what I preach, and God was like,
right.
"Get it together." And I was like, "Well, wait a minute, one more drink." And he'd be like, "No,
that'll be one more drink. Just one more drink."
Yeah. No, but I think it's like very doable.
7 years.
7 years is crazy. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to celebrate like big time until I get to 10 years.
Listen, 7 is a beautiful number. That's my favorite number, actually.
7 is
okay?
Really?
It is.
What makes 7 your favorite number?
I don't know. I think it's because it started off with like the 7. My birthday's on the 27th, and I don't know. I as a child, like as a young child, I gravitated towards the number 7. I really can't tell you why, but that's my favorite number.
My favorite number is 8 because I like the continuity of it, and if you flip it on the side, it lasts forever.
Infinity. Yes. I love that. 8 is a beautiful number.
8 is a beautiful. And my birthday's on the 8th.
We love it.
This has been a wonderful conversation.
This was awesome, y'all. I hope y'all took away something because there's so many things. Like everything we hit today is something that comes up in conversation, whether it's with me and you, whether it's at the gym. And I want the girls to know, like, you can do it, right? Everybody's genetics are different. Your lifestyles are different, but don't let that deter you from reaching your baddie goals and being a baddie. Okay.
Everybody's got to figure out what works for them.
For sure.
And that's what you were saying about, and what I say on here is like making it a lifestyle. It's going to take some time figuring it out, but you're going to find the things that you like about yourself, because I know I will never have a long torso because I'm not a tall girly.
And I had to learn to love mine, which is crazy.
Because baby, what I give for a tall torso.
I love it.
That ain't my ministry.
Listen, I had to learn to love mine. You know, one of my best friends, she helped me to love my long torso because she loves it. And I'm like, okay, I can embrace this. You got to embrace what you got.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
God gave it to you, embrace it.
That's true.
But we want to be healthy too, though. We're not going to make excuses for why we overweight.
Oh, child. We gotta go. Time to go. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to another episode of Sweating Out My Edges. If you liked what you heard today, please hit subscribe. And I hope your next workout was worth sweating out your edges. Woo!
Baby, get into it. Yeah.
Boom.
That's a wrap.